Oh my God. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am your host, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, probably not for much longer, she's losing her shit, is Crystal Morency. Hi, Crystal. Fucking jerk ass.
Why, hello, Dino. Akuna Matata
Go
to
fuck
you,
yourself.
Dino.
How about that?
Akuna
Why
Matata.
I'm like, don't play that music. She's like, well, we can sing it. I'm like, number one, you can't sing. You can't sing, Crystal. So we definitely can't sing it because I'm not singing it and you can't keep a tone. My goodness. What is happening?
Nope, not today. Nope, not today. That's what his shirt says, everybody,
My
for the
shirt
record.
says, nope.
Let's get that out of the
nope,
bleacher.
nope, not today. That's what it says.
Not today.
My goodness. For anyone who's worried, I have finally pooped. I may still have some in me, but I have pooped.
Yay! Hooray!
During
Dino's
that time, I
poop.
came up with a new joke, so that's always good.
Poop inspiration.
Yeah, well, you
I
know,
like it.
you gotta find it when we're limited in our interactions. You gotta find your inspiration wherever it might come from. I got it when I pooped. It was a great one. I'm gonna try and use it next time on stage. We'll see what happens. I don't know. How you doing, Crystal?
I'm good. How are you
fine.
doing? Are you tripping balls?
What? I don't have chicken balls.
Tripping balls.
You still have not said words. I don't know what you said.
Tripping
you
balls.
were tripping balls? Am
Are
I
you
tripping balls?
Are you
There's
tripping
a good chance
balls?
I'm tripping balls.
Because you had some
I
gummy
had some
edibles.
gummies earlier, and I wasn't feeling. I don't feel that they did the job, so I took some more edibles about an hour ago. So there's a good chance at some point during this podcast, I am going to lose my fucking marbles. I think that'll be fun. Because...
Aren't I the best person to lose your marbles with, Dino? Because I'll send him the craziest shit. He tells me he's high, and I'm like, yes!
It's not nice,
game
people.
on.
She's not nice. She's
And
not a
send
nice
him
person. She's very mean.
So what do you think? So what do you think of what I sent you today? Tell the folks.
But no, it's just... You know what? Okay. She sent me one video a few days ago. We talked about it, and it was about a guy who says he's a conduit for communicating with the aliens. And the best part about that video was the first comment was, if this guy can have a job, there's no reason why anyone can't be successful. Because this guy's a wackadoo, right? And
His eyes go all shifty and everything. It's
this
really
guy,
weird.
he looks like a lizard person. You just look at me like, that guy's not from around here. That guy's got some issues.
No.
That's,
This
and
is
then...
weird. This is weird.
I don't know.
What are you typing? What are you doing right now?
Akuna
other than
Matata
talking
and
to
tripping
us?
balls. I'm trying to make notes. I'm doing this apparently by myself because somebody else doesn't want to take notes. They don't want to do anything but be the talent now that they're all famous. So what can you do?
I have not got called back yet. Do you think maybe they were discouraged by the fact that I'm like, I don't have talent. I don't know why I'm here right now. I don't know what I'm doing here right now. I feel really out of place, and I must have said that like 8 times. I was like, I really don't know why I'm here. I'm like, because they're like, well, what do you want to get into? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Because they're like, do you want to do acting and stuff? I'm like, not really. Like, I'm not really an actor. Like,
So guys, Crystal met with a talent agency yesterday. And so then she's like, hey, I mentioned you. And I'm like, why would you mention me at your interview? Like, I appreciate it. I'm very jealous.
I got so nervous.
But then I'm just like, well, why would you do that?
I got so nervous. Because I didn't know what I was doing there. Because you told me I'm not talented.
Oh, it's not my fault.
Like,
This is some serious bullshit,
here.
people. I am not going to be held responsible for that. You're a grown-ass lady. You're more equipped than I am. I just can just make goofy voices and I can move my eyebrows.
She's like, well, what's your thing? And I'm like, I don't know what my thing is. I'm like, I don't really have a thing.
You should have immediately been like, over the pants hand jobs, I'm the best. Right there, just to see how she reacted.
Well, I made a lot of hooker jokes and stuff, which was so good.
So literally everything I told you not to do, you're like, I'm doing that. Definitely doing that. It's like, you know what? You get booked for a gig and someone's like, hey, listen, I really love your stuff, but it might not be perfect for these guys, so maybe don't do this specific joke. And you're like, okay. And then that person opens with that specific joke that you told them not to use. And they're like, yeah, that's what I did. Immediately the crowd turns on them and they're like, I don't know what happened. I know what happened. I told you what not to do.
Well,
and then you did it.
I didn't know. I didn't know when all this was gonna happen. Okay, Dino, I'm not ready for all that. I just wanted to have fun. I love comedy because it makes me feel good inside. You know, and I was just like, well,
the only way, Crystal, listen, the only way they're gonna let me into these places.
In my lady parts, and I don't know if I want to give that up.
Listen. Think about someone other than yourself for once, Crystal. The only way they're going to let me in there is if you lead the way.
I did.
Okay? So if you're not there...
Well, I did. I mentioned you the whole time.
Yeah, but if they call me, to come in there, I'm going to walk in there like, there's a guy here looking to kill people. I need you there to make me look human. You know, to walk and be like, oh, you're such a funny guy. And I'm like, you know, and looking at these people. It's, you know, they'll be like, oh, it's a joke. It's a joke. He's human. It's a joke. Ma, now we know. And I'll be like,
people know you're human.
I smell baby. I smell man flesh. Where's the barbecue sauce? It's not. People don't get that joke. They don't. And knowing me, if somebody was going to interview me, I wear a suit. So be like, this is like a fancy caveman. He's here to eat babies with a knife and fork.
I wore flip-flops and a little gray cotton dress. That's what I wore. Because I'm like, I didn't have my nails done or anything. And I walk in there and the girls have their nails done. Their hair was all perfect. I had just been out in the sun. I had just drinking a Caesar.
I saw, she posted a video. She's like, I'm in Toronto. I have an interview drinking a Caesar. I'm like, oh, that's not going well. Well, everything just went out the window. Let's see what happens. It'll make for a funny story, guys. A funny story. Do we have funny stories? This is where...
Funny story. Crystal gave up probably a chance of a lifetime because she didn't know what she was ready for.
Because she was not sure. She wasn't sure what was going to happen, so she said, you know what? I might as well get shit-faced. Let me get shit-faced and then roll in there.
They asked me what I'm interested in and doing, and I'm like...
You're like, I'm looking for my forever penis. I'm not up to a little bit of girl-on-girl shenanigans, but not all the way, because I'm not that kind of girl. All right? Just a little shenanigans. Maybe a little kiss here and there.
No, not really at all. Not like...
For the right lady.
Not at all, Dino. Stop trying to plant this inside. Okay, Angelina Jolie, if you're listening...
She only likes you if you're related, okay? You can't... It doesn't work that way. She only likes siblings.
That's okay. I'll do it.
She's so creepy. She's so creepy.
No, she's not.
Really is. Listen,
she's
got... Okay, I described this to
When I watched that movie, Gia, that movie almost turned me. That movie, Gia, that almost made me a lesbian. Like... Gia, she's in. She's like the first brunette supermodel or whatever. That movie, whew.
I have no idea what you're talking about now.
Because she's like a little bit lesbian in that movie.
We're talking about Angelina Jolie?
I don't think that's a word I'm allowed to say.
Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Didn't she play a little bit lesbian in every movie? Uh-huh. Like, that's her thing, isn't it? Like, she's just androgynous enough where people are like, maybe she's a taco master? I don't know. It's...
I think she would be.
I'm pretty sure... listen, I don't want to put words or anything else in her mouth. I'm just saying I think she's a versatile lady that will adapt to any situation. That's my theory. Mm-hmm. With all the credit there is.
Me too.
Told you guys! Boom! Who knew it? Called it earlier. Probably like 10 episodes ago. Oh my god. I don't know, guys. It's a little bit insane.
That's why when she was married to Brad Pitt, I was like, that is a threesome I would join.
I'd let them both fuck me up the ass.
That is a threesome I would
probably
be a
let
part
them
of.
both fuck me up the ass, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Because you know she's got a dong. Like either she has a
Me
dong,
too.
she bought a dong and got it attached, or she's got a strap on and it's like a hog, like just like motorized, like she's like a chainsaw. Like, let's do some fucking, you know.
God, don't say that. Don't tell me it's an aggressive dog. I like the image that it's just like a normal dog. It's not gonna wreck my cupcake.
I love the idea. She's like, I don't want to think that this lady has a penis that's extremely aggressive because my fantasy might damage my vagina. There's a lot of points that are really concerning about that statement. Just like there's multiple layers. I don't know, Crystal. Hey, listen, you be you. I just go for it.
You don't have time for the couch of me. Remember, like, this is why I got into comedy, because I can't afford therapy. And, like I'm never going to be famous.
Shut up!
Enough to get therapy,
No,
to pay
you're
for
gonna
therapy.
be famous. I'm gonna find you the right doctor for your brain, okay? That's a weird, you know what? With everything that's going on, I have a question for you.
All my doctors have quit. All my doctors have quit or under investigation.
Fuck!
It's true.
So
It's true. Every psychiatrist that I've ever seen is now under investigation or quit.
see, you know what? Let me ask you your opinion on this because okay. We talked about yesterday that I said there's been a lot of movies and shows on recently on Netflix that are very female centric, and I'm enjoying some very much so because they really give a feminine perspective. And like for myself, I'm saying, listen, the world is.
Yeah,
Well, no. And, like realistically, I'm like, listen, the world is changing. If I can adapt to a female-centric viewpoint as well, that makes me more versatile. It helps me understand what goes through people's minds. Okay,
It does.
But so I saw some, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, your vagina is very nice and
Well,
manicured.
you know, listen, it's not. It's vagina, not vagini. It's in this. You know, I don't know. No, that there's another word that works for, but not that one. It's uterus, not uterine. Yeah.
Vadino.
So, tell me.
Vadino. Oh my God, the Vadino.
I don't have a Vadino.
Perfect.
Anyways,
the new word for vagina.
But some
the new word for a vagina is a Vadino.
a vagino. That's a Vadino. That's not.
Vadino.
That's a horrible word. That is a horrible word.
The Vadino.
So okay, hold on. Let me say this. Okay, so but then I've watched other ones with a female lead role, and they're horrible. Like. Because they're worse than anything. Like, you know what? Like, you see a shitty action movie with just dicks, like it's all men. You know, you're like, this is pretty horrible, but at least there's action. Worse than that, where I'm going, I don't understand what's going on. And I'm trying to say, okay, am I a bad guy that I'm not trying to stretch myself to learn? Or is this men trying to write like women and that's why it's so shit? And I'm going, I think it's that way, right? It's men pretending. Yeah. It's like a guy who says, I'm an ally. I'm like, you're a weasel and I don't trust you immediately. I'm like, you don't get to say I'm an ally. Someone says, hey, thanks for being an ally. That's okay. But you saying, I'm an ally, bullshit. Yeah. You're trying to get stamped. You're a sneaky
not
weasel.
An ally.
You're a sneaky weasel and we all know it.
It's like when a drug dealer says, I got you.
He doesn't got you.
If anybody says he doesn't got you.
That's why. Listen,
doesn't got you.
After all is said and done, people, listen, I work off that Jack Sparrow principle. I can trust an honest person to be dishonest, but I can't trust an honest person that he will always be honest. And I'm like, you know, that there is a lot of logic that comes to that, because if I know you're dishonest, then I know how to play the game. I need to protect myself against you as well as be with you. So it's a I know how to prepare. Yeah. But if I'm expecting your honesty and you're dishonest, what the fuck, right? It's just, and then you can be pleasantly surprised that, hey, my backup plan, I didn't need it because you turned out honest. Who knew? It's a good thing. I don't know.
Who knew? It's awesome.
But yeah, like, so I'm seeing this kind of stuff and I'm enjoying it a lot. But I understand the debate that's going on now where people are like, oh, you have women that are playing traditionally male roles and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't think that's the argument. I think the argument is are they pandering versus trying to expand our understanding? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
it just kind of sucks. I think that it kind of sucks because it's like forcing us into it. It's like, if it's not meant to, don't take a job you're not qualified for, in general. I don't care if you're a man, if you're a woman, anything. If you're not qualified to do the job, you hire the person that's qualified.
Yeah.
Or you hire the person... Like, there's some things that don't make sense. Like, what, all of a sudden we're going to have a woman play JFK? Like, in the next JFK, like, just because, so that way a woman gets a woman's role? Like, I don't understand where you draw the line. A woman's going to play Elvis?
It out there, but... I'm this is cool.
But is a woman going to play Elvis?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because you got to get a woman in the role? Like,
that's pandering.
Like, now does it have to be... Well, it's just like, it's not right. And it's like a certain amount of women have to be hired at a workplace in order to meet a certain standard or a certain anything. And it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, and that's why feminists, I just don't get it. Like, okay, but some things we're just not fucking qualified for. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. It's just some things men aren't qualified. Men are not going to walk around and be the next Whitney Houston. There's not going to be a man casted for
Wonder Woman. Well, could Wonder Woman be posed by replaced by a man? No, it's Wonder Woman. That's insane, right?
No,
but
it's the same fucking
on that
thing.
note, though, is now there's a Batwoman, right? Why is there a Batwoman? Well, because there used to be a Batgirl. So now there's now a Batwoman. But in the comics, Batwoman isn't supported by Batman. Batman is like, no, you're a rookie. You're being dangerous. You're not good. So it's like it's very, very complex, and I'm worried.
But we have to change everything just to be suited to...
I know, and that's the thing is we should be changing things because, hey, we can do better, you know? Because honestly, I just watched Cursed, which was a show on Netflix. It was the first season. It was actually okay. It's a little bit muddied. It's kind of a King Arthur type tale, but it's based from Nimwe's perspective. Nimue is the Lady of the Lake. And it's kind of her story and how everyone interacts with her. And there was a few episodes where I'm like, this is fucking stupid. But then they kind of made her own, where she gave a female perspective, but at the same time took on the job of being the protagonist of the story too. So it's like, it was a good combination. So it made it a better written story. But in the beginning, they made her, honestly, from my perspective, it almost seemed like she was weak. And I'm like, no, this lady's not weak. You're writing it wrong. You're writing it like a man would write, that women are weak. Women are not weak. There's anyone who says that, I'm like, listen, there's the physical aspect that maybe,
so
but honestly, women are not weak.
It's not even.
It doesn't.
No, it's not even. But we're not as strong as men. We're not.
But you're strong in so many other ways to make men look pathetic.
Strong,
right? It doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Like, physically, we might not be built the same, but you know what I mean. Like, and there are women that can beat up some men. But at the end of the day, if
the best thing I've ever seen is a woman kick the shit out of a man.
but honestly, like, a trained man and a trained, like, UFC, like Cyborg versus Conor McGregor or something. No, they're not the same weight class. Oh, maybe same weight class. Guess what? Conor McGregor's still gonna win. It's just gonna happen.
And that's the whole thing, like, is that, you know, because now there's a lot with regards to transgender people and what's happening there with regards to sports, and it's very it's not right. It's very, very complex, and I don't think either of us are qualified to deal with it, to be honest with you.
Well, no, but you can't have 30 years of testosterone. However old they are when they go and get this, you can't have that much testosterone and then take some estrogen and be a woman and fight women. That's not. It's not fair. It's not fair. Unless a woman signs off to, I want to have this fight, knowing damn well that was a man before, and knowing that, and she wants to sign off to that,
it's
fine.
It's about
that's
disclosure.
Fine. That's great. But if not, and that's it. And if not, then no, that's not right. Because there was a guy that was whipping women's asses
savagely
in the UFC.
And he wasn't. Okay. Sorry, she wasn't a skilled fighter. She could fight. But she beat these women savagely, like abusively.
She's had 30-something years of testosterone.
That's just a harder punch, a harder bone,
put in her body before that.
And when finally,
you can't do it. That's why guys take testosterone in order to get stronger. It's in the steroid.
Finally, when she fought a very talented female fighter, she got the shit kicked out of her. And you're going, see, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Is if it was disclosed knowingly, I think she most likely would have still had the majority of those fights. But undisclosed, you're going, that's taking advantage.
At least
exactly.
the women wouldn't know.
That has to be a conscious choice. It's very tricky. I don't get it. And you know what? Guys, we're just comics talking about shit. Mostly about pooping, fucking, and shit.
Yeah, we don't. This is when we start to get like serious about shit that we don't know really 100% about. We're just talking from our perspectives, from our personal dumb perspectives that he's eating Twizzlers, I stuck nerds to a piece of Laffy Taffy. So I created my own little concoction. So this is
you got a problem, lady. Okay? I'm eating a Twizzler, but you're like using a Twizzler as a straw out of a slushie. Like, you've gone crazy.
That's so good.
I know, I'm fat. I know these things, but you should know them. Yeah? You're appropriating my culture. I dropped some. Can being fat be a culture? I think so. I think being fat can be my heritage.
Maybe.
I've been fat for a long time.
Your heritage? I picture you skinny sometimes.
I love my wife. The more she talks, the more I love my wife. My wife is my love.
I want to say that in a good way. I don't love you skinny, though. I don't like it.
That's some bullshit.
No, it's true. I don't really like it. It makes me like, I'm like, no.
I do look I look a little too good looking, I'll tell you that. My thin picture someday, I'll show you guys. Trust me, you'll see it and you'll be like, wow, that's some hot dong.
Oh no, I saw one when you're like sitting at a computer. You're like sitting at a laptop, and it's really just like this much of you. And I don't know like how skinny you are, but you just look skinnier.
I look like I'm almost human. There's a picture I have on my phone. I'll send you.
No, you look human. Send it to me.
Yeah, see that, guys? I'll judge that. How much clothes you got on there? Sexy? Huh?
No.
The worst part is, I show that picture to people, and they're like, that's you? And I'm like, fuck you sons of bitches. Some bullshit.
I got pictures that people question whether or not it's me too. I got one on my Instagram, and it's like at the beginning of my Instagram, and I just got like long red hair and like a little tube top on, and I look like the Little Mermaid almost.
A friend
and that one, everybody's like, is that really you?
A friend has mentioned that picture to me, by the way. You might meet him. You might meet him someday. I'm just saying, that might happen, but...
It's a very good picture of me.
Nothing wrong with a good picture. Nothing wrong with a good picture, people.
Nothing wrong with a good picture. It was only taken 4 years ago, too, so it's not, like, totally old. Like, not even 4, like 3.5 years ago.
And as we said, guys, she does not have an Arby sandwich.
So it's not like...
Some good stuff.
Oh, God, no. Ew, why would you mention that? We could have gone an episode without it.
Never!
Really? Like, come on. Come on. And I can't say stuff like that out loud anyways, because the more you talk about that you don't have something, people will start to think that you got it. So you can't do that either.
I'm going to say it every time.
So,
that way people know I got a hog. I don't have a hog.
Okay, then I totally have a big loose
it's like that big.
It's like that.
It's like that big. Like that. No, it's not even that. You crazy? If I had a hog like that, if I had a hog like this, I would walk around pantsless all day long. I would just walk around with my dick hanging out. Just be like, yeah, look at the size of this thing. You think I can keep it in pants? I gotta get a third leg of my pants for it. If I had a dick like that, are you kidding me? What kind of monster? Like, that's not too long. I'll give him that. But I'm like, you're gonna destroy someone's ability to walk for like at least an hour if you fucking with something like that. Like, that's not right, guys.
That's a little much.
A little much.
That's
a
not
little
okay.
Much.
Nobody needs that. Well, Dino, like, it wasn't like huge.
Hey, listen, I can't get my fingers around it. Okay, I can't get my fingers around it, people. That's a hog, okay?
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never mind. That's
okay?
pretty big.
So remember, I'm a giant and I can't get my hands around. You know what kind of okay, look at the size of that cock, okay? That is too full of my hands that can't touch. That's a massive dong, okay? That's girthy. Like, this is the bullet that killed JFK. It explodes into 10 more bullets and just takes over the whole area. This is a hog. Like, listen, this will make you go faint. Like, you get hard with one of these and you'll be like, I need to build up my red blood cells. It's hot. I can't. Woo, I can't faint. That is a hog and a half.
Yeah, that is. The fact that you couldn't get your hand around it, that's what made me realize that.
That is one
maybe
donkey dick, man. I'm telling you. See, that's the funny thing is, like, okay, I remember, like, there were girls in school that everyone's like, oh, they go horse riding a lot. And then it would be like, oh, yeah, with the horses. And I'm like, what are you saying? You're insinuating that they have sexual relations with the horses? Like, have you seen how big a horse dick is, people? Like, that's not human.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? That's
talking about
not
2
okay.
feet of dong. That is not safe for anyone, man.
But his face was like this.
I don't know. And now you got frozen. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Cool. My goodness. I don't know. It's very perplexing what's happening to people.
I just caught the last bit of that.
It's like she's judging me from the inside. 10 feet a dog. Is it my fault? I don't think it's my fault.
I can't see you.
Oh, guys. Listen, remember to like, subscribe, and share our channel because we love it. It's so good. And
hello, everybody.
Remember that when we're
I'll do my Dr. Nick impressions. Hello, everybody.
I don't know what's happening here.
I'm Dr. Nick. He's frozen.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe.
He's still making this face.
We are on YouTube. There we go. Oh. Look, she's back. It was obviously all her fault. I was there the whole time. I'm just reminding everyone to like, share, and subscribe. That we're available on YouTube 10 a.m. Mondays or Fridays.
I heard the donkey dick shit.
I don't think so. Anyways, we're also available in audio formats on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify. Even if you just Google Morning Motivational Rant, it'll take you to our Facebook fan page. And the second link is to the YouTube channel. So Morning Motivational Rant is what you want to Google, and you will find us. It also has other places we're listed that I didn't see the one of them. It was pretty awesome, but I was like, hey, we're popular. On that note, yeah, so like, share, subscribe with your friends, guys. What were we talking about?
And on that note, we also, if you look us up, we're also a vaccination for measles, mumps, and rubella. Or rubella.
Rubella is the disease that we're talking about. Holy shit, Crystal. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. What it is, so there's something called the MMR vaccine. Now, when apparently for one of my close friends who was actually caught up and he's like, I've watched them all, they were great. He goes, he gave me some advice. He goes, but I can see you guys are, he goes, I'll think something for one episode and the next episode you guys did it better. So, but he just said, he goes, so he looked it up for today. And what had been pinned by YouTube to our video was the MMR vaccine. The MMR vaccine, and it's just a little picture of it, and it comes up right underneath, and it was attached to help give us more information. I'm like, what the fuck? So it says the MMR vaccine against measles, mumps, and rubella. The first dose is generally given to children around 9 to 15 months of age, with the second dose at 15 months of 6 years of age, with at least 4 weeks between the doses. So just so everyone knows, we are the vaccine, baby. We will solve the world's issues.
Yep. Yep, we got you, measles, mumps, and rubella.
We are the vaccine. MMR is the vaccine to your life. Okay? We ain't got the Rona. We don't got the Rona. We're doing good. We're living the dream.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I feel like I want to order another Panzerotti. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I should not.
I think you should not.
I'll be honest with you.
Please don't. Because I can't handle you not shitting. Like, I can't do it, Dino. It starts to bring out the inner, like, Viking in me, and I'm like, I'm going to kill this man.
You say I was a bad person? I didn't think I was that bad. Was it that bad? What does that mean in the last couple episodes? Oh my God.
You were that bad. A little bit.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be a bad person. I don't give a shit.
It's not a bad person, Dino. It's poop bad. It's angry bad. It's like, you know those Snickers commercials where they're hungry, or whatever? Like they're hungry.
Hangry. The term is hangry. God damn it, woman.
Hangry.
What the fuck? You know what? You pushed me over the edge, Crystal. You pushed me over the edge. Victoria. Well, Victoria
What
bought
are you
me.
eating?
No,
Don't
she bought me.
unwrap it.
She bought me. It's 14 candy bars.
Oh
I
my
love my
God.
wife. My wife loves
jealous.
me. I'm gonna have
jealous.
some Smarties. Did you know?
I'm like, what do I got? I got everything here. I got a crispy crunch.
Oh, Chris, I love crispy crunch. Did you know that
Me too, they're my
Smarties are
favorite.
rockets in the States? Did you know that? Yeah.
Really? I love
okay.
rockets. Those are my
You know what
favorite
pisses me
candies.
off?
What?
That's not full size.
Oh,
You
how
chintzy,
small.
cucking bastards. That's
How big are the
everything.
It was, what other
Kit Kat,
chocolate bars were
Oreo,
there?
and Coffee Crisp, they're all normal sized. But the Smarties, well, they don't seem to have much air in them. We'll see. We'll see what happens, people. It's an adventure from here on in. Oh, keep your seats.
You
Be
just
careful.
shut them.
Why? Maybe I'll have two. You're not my supervisor.
Is there white
That's
ones?
racist. That's a little racist.
Is there white ones? I like.
It's a little racist, people. Just be very clear that I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I accept all the colors in the Smarties box because I'm a good person. Are there white ones? What do you mean? What are you talking about now? White.
I like the white and black
What
ones.
the hell? White and black what? Smarties? Are you on
Smarties.
drugs?
You get them at Halloween. No, you get them at Halloween. The white, black, and orange ones.
That's definitely racist. That's something in Oshawa. That's not anywhere else, guys. That's definitely. There's been some vandalism in Oshawa. Did you
It's
hear
like
about
on
it?
Valentine's Day. You get the white, pink, and red. No, it's Oshawa. Does it surprise me?
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I'm chewing Smarties. I can't talk now. It's rude.
Oh, well, then why would you ask me if I knew what happened? So I was watching one of our videos, and you're like, you keep talking while I figure out what's going on with the technical difficulties, and then you kept talking. And I was talking at the same time. So it just sounded ridiculous. Because you were like, you keep talking. And then you're like, well, I don't know what's going on, folks. I'm trying to talk.
That sounds like something I would do. I'm a dick that way. I have a hard time trusting people. I really do. So I'm like, you keep on talking, but I don't believe that you're going to keep on talking. So I have to keep on talking myself. And the worst part is,
it's me.
I don't trust me. Just so you know, it's not you. It's me. I don't trust me.
But I don't stop talking. I don't stop talking in my sleep. Well, how am I going to stop
She screams her
talking
own
on
name
camera?
when having sex, guys. She's
You
really
do
creepy.
not know.
That way. Not that I heard.
He doesn't know
I love
this,
my wife.
so-
I heard that. Somebody told me.
Everybody, you know how many times you say you love your life, your wife, through the podcast? I think they know.
Doesn't hurt to say it again.
Nope. Yeah, why are you chewing Smarties like this? What is with this face? You look like you're about to spit them out.
The little pieces were getting stuck in my teeth, so I really went at them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get annoyed by little things like that. Like, you know when you get a little piece of popcorn in there? I will tongue fuck the shit out of my teeth until that thing is gone. I'm just
Me too.
and I'm just like at it. Just if that was a vagina, it would be crying
Okay.
for like 3 days. It would be so I would be doubling
of tongue
up
fucking.
on orgasms that fast with that magical tongue. We all have skills. You know what? Throw some Smarties in there, maybe some Skittles. Taste the rainbow. Shit'll get real. Wash out afterward though, because that can give you like something. Don't leave them in there. Don't leave any candy in there. That's not healthy. I don't know this, but that's definitely not advisable. I'm not a gynecologist.
Don't do it.
I'll take a look though, but I can't promise you anything. That's not true. I would not look.
Don't do it.
I'd be, whoa!
Don't do it. No, it's just candy, but don't do it, ladies.
I'll be honest with you. If it's just candy, there's a lot
little, and it takes a while to pee them out.
If it's just candy, there's a lot of fish candy going around these days. Okay, just saying.
Ew.
Just saying.
Ew.
Gotta wash that baby out. Same with dudes.
That's why I eat lots of candy.
Eat lots of good fruit. Good fruits, not just pineapple. A variation of fruits. Stay away from durian. It smells like poop.
Don't eat onions or pickles, ladies. Especially if you're going to go do it anytime. Because that ruins the ladies' areas, too. And don't let the wrong man go inside of you. Because that could ruin it, too, for a while.
That's also good advice. I have to admit, though. Don't eat pickles, onions. I think that was a little anti-Semitic. So it wasn't meant that way, guys. Because it's like, it'll make your underneath regions just horrible with all them pickles and onions. You have a bunch of ladies who are like fishermen's wives or something, or fisher people that are like, what's wrong with pickles and onions? You're like, trust me, there's something wrong with your pickles and onions downstairs, lady. That would be horrible. I can only imagine, like, honestly, the stigma attached to, listen, people's body parts stink in general. We have fluids, we have activities. This makes sense, right? But, like, you have to admit that stigma attached to all that stuff, you're going, listen, no part is any, like, we're both disgusting. Men, women, we're all gross. Yeah. Okay?
Men are gross. I'm so gross. Like, not gross, like stinky gross, but
gross.
like...
I'll be honest with you. I'm more stinky gross than anything else. Like, I'm well kept and washed, but like, 5 minutes walking down the street, man, we got a situation. It's, okay, I'm 400 pounds. What are you gonna do? And it's just the life I have to lead. Okay, guys? Don't be judgmental. It's just, that's what we do.
Be judgmental. Stinky gross. But not in the bad areas.
I'm good. Get a little cooling tap to the balls. Just a little
A little cooling tap.
Maybe
make sure that
tease
there's
it with a little wet
on.
wipe every once in a while. Make it nice and spotless. It's nice. It's nice, Don't spray cologne down there. That's not. Don't do that.
No.
It doesn't. It mixes with sweat and becomes a not nice vapor.
A very pungent smell. A very pungent smell. And pungent is not a good word. If somebody refers to your parts as pungent,
or your laugh is very pungent, that's not good. That's what Crystal gets. She gets that.
Fuck up.
That's a pungent laugh, and she's like, okay. It's very piercing, I say. I say piercing. That's the less negative. It's very piercing. It just, you may, that's right in the eardrum. Gives you a little shaky time. And that's why it's important, guys, that we accept all of our flaws and not just our benefit. Okay? We want to make sure we're wholesome. I think Crystal's having a stroke. She teased me earlier by saying that she was going to make brownies for me. But I haven't received any confirmation. She is tonight, guys. You heard it here.
I am, but I had to wait till we're done. Because before we did the podcast, I had to finish helping with dishes and then do all that cleanup and then get ready for the podcast and then do the podcast and then I would make brownies.
That's a good thing. I like it. I really hope.
I even have all my stuff for the recipe out on the kitchen counter already, so we're good to go.
I'll be honest, I'm very excited. I'm very excited, people.
Yeah.
Some might say exuberantly.
So, and I already pre-warned everybody that I'm doing it. So, because I have to cook the wheat butter in the house, so.
Everybody's getting high tonight.
So it's good.
You're going to have some crazy dreams. Those dreams are going to be crazy.
Everybody's already drunk.
Then, if anything, it'll make them less violent. I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea too. I'm doing it.
I'm very appreciative. Let me know when they're done, or even tomorrow, and I'll drive by. And just throw money at you.
Okay.
That's nice.
And I have to clean my clothes on, and I get to clean my clothes on.
I have never thrown money at her for her to take her clothes off. Let's just be very clear on that. And I don't want it to sound like I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a pervert as well.
That he
but I try
remembers.
not to do that with friends. I think we're friendly. I think after so many episodes, we're friendly now. I think we released episode number 24.
I think that we're friendly, that we've talked more than like most people in relationships, marriages talk for longer
Isn't
than
that
hours.
terrifying?
Like, except for during COVID. Now they have to talk to each other, and look how many divorces there
There's
is.
a lot of domestic disturbances and a lot more, like...
Oh my God, on my street there was a real good one. The other night, like the...
No names,
Oh yeah,
no
it
names,
was real good.
no
like,
names,
the cunt
no
word
names.
was thrown out like 8 times. I
Perfect.
don't know their names.
Great.
I don't know their names, so
And we're not
safe.
going to say her address so nobody can know. It's perfect. Good. Keep going. Tell us the story. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, oh my God, so it was really good. Like, there was some white trash fighting. Like, it was like, you slept with my sister kind of fighting. Like, I don't know if anybody really slept with somebody's
But it
sister.
sounded like
but
it
totally
sounded
was
like that kind of an
fighting.
exchange, eh?
Oh
Ooh.
yeah. Like, don't you put your hands on me, you motherfucker. But it sounded like it was coming from somebody that was quite
Even better.
intoxicated and probably put their hands on them.
Yeah,
first.
they push somebody. They're like, "Don't
So-
you push me!" You're like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
I like it. I'm excited.
You know, like the woman that like beats her husband with a chair and then is like, "Don't you slap me!" After she just beat him with a chair.
What I like
that
to
kind of
call a
thing.
country Karen. That's what they are. Country Karen. She takes in a
Yeah.
lot of booze and then pretends that you hit her. You're like, you just walked into your own house. I don't even live here.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Country Karen. They go a little out of control.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah. That sounded pretty bad though, because of that cop that walked in and killed that guy. So.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, shit. Remember that cop that walked into that guy's apartment
Oh,
and like,
she.
shot him?
Her name.
And she was like a
no,
Karen.
No. Oh, yeah, I do that joke. Oh, thanks for bringing that up. That's nice. Okay, let's clear that one up. So I do a joke. There was in Dallas. There was a police officer that went into a man's house thinking it was hers. Saw him. He was unarmed. She was off duty. She shot him dead. He was just sitting on the couch in his own apartment. And she was like, I thought it was my apartment. I thought he was an intruder. And it's like, okay, but he wasn't armed. We're like, he was black. That was her response. It was bad. And my thing was this, is like, when the fuck did people stop locking their doors? That's what I don't understand. Because I'm like, I locked my door, and I'm on the other end of it. I'm like, can you imagine the face of a robber coming into my house and seeing me in my underwear going, hey man, what's up? Like, he would shit his pants. Like, that's a guy who would shit all of his pants. Like, he would have to change his socks.
Yeah.
His socks would have shit in them. It would be that bad. Right? And then I go into...
I'd be like, yo, hey, haven't seen you in so long.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I am
my
too smart for
God.
that.
Yeah, I have my own place now. Do you like it? Isn't it nice?
See,
I'd probably
this-
know the guy. Or date him next after he tried to rob me, one of the two. Like,
So, Crystal dates robbers, if anyone's interested.
so how long have you been out of jail? How long have
Did you
been
just
out of
try and
jail
pick up
for?
somebody watching this from jail? Oh my God. Seriously? Crystal,
They work out a lot.
they also fuck each other in the ass a lot.
They don't see any
They fuck
other
each other in the
women.
ass a lot.
Well, they don't cheat on you with other women.
That is very not. That's not nice. That's
They can only love you because
that is a horrible recipe for a relationship. It's like, well, you can't cheat on me with a woman. What?
you know where they're at all the time.
I agree with that one. You know where they are. Maybe not where in the building, but you know they're in the building somewhere. That's not.
Ooh, and you know when they get out that they're gonna give you like the best sex ever because like, so you wait till for one that's like almost out for parole, so that way you know that he's right ready to give it to you, and then like because he hasn't seen a woman in so
follow
long.
this advice. Under no circumstances should you follow this advice. I know love is hard, love is hard to find. It's not everywhere you look, and sometimes it's misleading. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't just accept whatever's out there. It's not, you don't have to bend your standards. Not that having standards is wrong, and even if that is your forte, by all means. It's more so that you don't want to compromise because it puts things in a negative state from the get-go. It's a dangerous thing. Principles are important, people.
I don't really want to fuck guys that just got out of jail, guys.
That is,
I'm sorry. I just can't go down that
road
right now,
with you. That your admittance to it not being true is not as convincing as your proposition of it. Like, your proposal was extremely convincing, and right now your apology or backtracking, not convincing at all. She's like, I couldn't go. I wouldn't do that. I'm not interested. What the fuck, man?
Well, I'm just saying.
Apparently.
Like, usually they're all hard and ready to fight, too. So you're like...
So if you like your fucking with a side of beating, that's your man. That is not how this works. Listen, I'm not saying that convicts don't deserve love.
Change what I like
think
in a
convicts
man.
do deserve love, and they have a special place in my heart. But I'm just saying there is a certain environment that is okay, and certain environments that are not okay. And adjusting to that new environment is important.
I don't know if you should be saying that convicts have a special place in your heart. Because you're a little pretty.
Listen, I'm big enough and not that pretty. Okay, let's be very clear. I'm a solid 5. No, I'm a solid like 6.5 looks wise, but like down to a 5 because I'm very fat. Okay, I think that's fair. But ultimately, in my mind, I'm a 9.5. Okay, like so. It doesn't, and that's why I'm big enough and not that pretty enough that I'm okay. Like. I'm not having a cock meat sandwich in jail. I may serve a cock meat sandwich. That may happen.
Ooh, see, sometimes they'd want to get the big pretty guy because they'd be like,
Hey, you heard me last time. If you try that, number one, I'm gonna shit all over you. I'm gonna shit all over you. And I'm telling you, I expect to orgasm if you're gonna rape me. So.
I expect some candles, and I want to be romanced, and I want to be romanced too. To the next person that tries, no, kidding, please don't.
It honestly sounded like she was like, next person to kidnap me, try a little harder. Maybe the ambiance wasn't nice enough. That's not okay, Crystal. For fuck's sakes, that is like.
Oh, fuck. Show a little romance to a woman once in a while.
Maybe a throw pillow in the back of the van, not just candy. Just saying. Maybe a rug.
Exactly.
Maybe, you know what? You got that.
And maybe not those gross banana candies or the little red marshmallow things. Maybe those are gross. I would say,
you know what? If you pop out a Smarties box that's this big, okay, that's not good enough. We're talking full-size candy bars. That's what we need.
No.
Full-size candy bars,
please.
Full bags of licorice, full-size bags of licorice. That's reasonable.
Yes. Ooh. I'll get in there.
Like maybe like a lunch portion of Twizzlers, like it's like a little pack where it's like 6 or 7. That's a fair, that's reasonable.
Those are good. That's fair.
It's like a candy bar version of. You don't want a big sack of Twizzlers. They're a child. They can't run away with that. They shouldn't be children. I don't know why I said that. Fucking hell. I'm going to jail. That's what's going to happen. Crystal's going to convince me. You know what the worst part is? I had a friend send me a picture of their kid was how they had rented a swimming pool. So they were like, oh, we're all in the pool. And then the kid mooned his parents. Okay. She's like, isn't this hilarious? And send it on a group chat. I'm like, delete that picture. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you insane? Did you just send a kid's butt to me? And he's like, he was mooning us. I'm like, he mooned you. You're a parent and you can still go to jail. I'm a white guy stranger. That's not okay. Don't send me that.
That's not okay. Don't have that on your phone.
Delete it. Literally.
No.
I was like,
no,
whoa, that's gone.
Yep. Oh, yep. Now everybody knows, though, that you totally had child butt on your phone.
No, like, Like, he didn't, like, moon, like, it wasn't a... Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. It was just... You know what? I had one lady, she was like, oh, you should see what we do for bath time. And I rinse them off so fast and everything. And I'm like, number one, stop talking. Number two, she's like, don't worry, I'll send you a picture. I'm like, please no. No. I am not okay with that. That makes me extremely uncomfortable.
No.
Like, and the thing is, parents get so used to it. And I'm like...
Do you want me to send you a picture? Never mind. I'm not going to finish that one.
I know, listen, I'll be honest. I have pictures of naked ladies on my phone. Absolutely. They are all of age, and they are, you know, they have been compensated for these pictures. I don't know them personally. That is the perfect way I want to do this. I want a stranger who take naked videos. They got paid for them. I got them. That's a fair exchange. I don't want free shit. Not interested. Okay. I don't want to know who they are. That's not. I don't like that. I like a fantasy. That's what I'm paying for. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
It's very peculiar. I think we really need to really have some guidelines, because there's a lot of weird stuff happening these days. It's weird.
I don't understand why people want to put naked stuff of their kids out.
I don't know. Well, that's the whole thing, right?
Have they not been watching TV? Like the Epstein files? Why is nobody paying attention to this?
It is weird, though. That's for fucking sure. It's really confusing.
Yeah. It's really, well, it's not really confusing. It's really like, yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
but it's really weird that nobody's reporting it.
That's what's confusing about it. That some people are like, well, yeah, that happens. And you're like, no. We all watched the same video in grade school. That's not supposed to happen, people. That is not okay.
But people say that all the time.
That's so terrifying.
People think it's just
and
okay.
It's so not okay. It's quite scary. It really is. But
no. It fucks people up forever. Like, you know?
Listen, and that's the worst part is you would think if you're the guilty party is incarcerated, you would think that would be some sort of justice to the person, but like, no, still not. No, those people are fucked up for life, and they want to talk about it, and it's like,
for life.
Listen, go talk to if you want to talk about it.
But
listen. If you want to talk about it, good. There are hired professionals. Go talk to them. Do not try and make it comedy. I'm just gonna throw that one out there. No.
Hey, the kids making comedy. Fuck off. Like,
anyone who laughs at I was molested.
It works.
I don't know. That's not funny. It's not funny. It's horrible. It's a horrible thing. Like, you make jokes about being like, yeah, you know what? Somebody kidnapped me, and then they got me dropped off after 20 minutes because I wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, that's fun. That's a funny thing. But she's not like, oh, after I was in prison for 14 days and cut up and it, you know, totally had my head shaved. Yeah, it was a funny thing. No, it's not funny. It's horrible. Like, I don't.
That never happened to me.
And I know, and that's the best part. But like, yeah, because it's a joke.
And I wouldn't tell you if it did anyways. That's something I would joke about. Like, there's certain shit that I don't joke about
people think
on stage. Like, you know, because it's just not funny. It's just not funny.
Yeah, like, I don't know. We're almost out of time.
Yes, so something motivational.
I'm going to say something motivational. First, I'm going to just remind everyone to like, share, and subscribe. We are on YouTube, and I hate doing this part, but it's really important, guys, so just listen to me, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Any comments, we love to hear from anyone. Please comment on our things. But yeah, we also have the audio files on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify. So we are out there, and you can Google Morning Motivational Rant, and our stuff comes in. We have a fan page on Facebook where we post notifications of our episodes that are coming out, and we post on YouTube and all the audio platforms as well on Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. So motivation for today. We've talked a lot about stuff, eh?
We sure do. We always talk a lot about stuff.
Of things. You know what? How about one of the things that me and actually Crystal have talked about before on this podcast is how different we are. I'm the kind of guy that will see a plan or see a goal and say, okay, how can I get to that goal? And I spend a lot of time analyzing the shit out of the pathway to get there. Now, if I'm not distracted earlier from it, thank you. If I'm not distracted from some other opportunity, they may have heard it. It was pretty loud, but I burped, everyone. She's shaming me. She's fat shaming me because I burped. No, so... Like, realistically, though, I am the one who will patiently make the plan, let it unfold, and adapt and process as I go. Whereas Crystal's the type of person that has about a gajillion things on the go. And I was watching something today, and it really impressed me just to see that there are other people like that, is that some people are cold, calculated, and take their time. Other people shoot as many shots as they can, looking for what's sticking more, and that's where they focus their energy on. There are two different ways to do it. And you know what, guys? We're trying, especially with this channel, to expand it and to grow it and to make things happen for ourselves because we think it's exciting and we think we have value to it. But that's the thing is, both of those ways, they're so very different, yet ultimately the idea is to make things as efficient as possible. I find for myself that I'm not motivated by things I'm not interested in. But if I am interested in it, like this podcast, then doing things regularly, being punctual, being, I start to get so intense with things that I can be frustrating, which we have argued about it on this podcast, where, because some people can't get a hint where I'm like, why haven't you sent it? Right? But the point is that doesn't make me right.
Oh, she gets the hint. That doesn't make it mean that I'm going to do it.
She hears me. She's just like, I don't care, fat boy. Okay, but realistically,
pretty much I asked him.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to edit it tonight?
Like such, and I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to be an asshole. So obviously you're thinking I'm an asshole. So maybe this is just a pleasant reminder to not be such a fucking loser. How about that? So.
Oh no! It was only because I was doing it so punctual, great for him every time.
I held her to her own standard, and she couldn't do it.
Yes.
So, but afterward,
that's it. Because Dino's the type of guy that if you do something really nice, he expects it all the time.
A lot of jokes came into my head at that point, but none of them are really motivating. So let's just keep on going. But when we talked about it, the whole thing was that because there's no tone involved in texting and things, that we realized that we had a miscommunication and that I was saying, hey, just a friendly reminder, but it was coming across as, why aren't you doing it, like an asshole? And that's not fair because people deserve to be treated better. And that's something that we can take to heart, is that, when we think we're communicating, there's a good chance that what's being received isn't what we're actually saying. And I know I've had that discussion a lot of times with my wife too, where I asked her, can you tell me what I just asked you? And she'll say something totally different. I'm like, what the fuck was that? But that's a perception thing, right? And I've been guilty of doing the same thing, where I only hear what I want to hear.
You talk to her like that? You tell me what I just asked
when we're arguing?
You talk to her
sure,
like that?
Why not? Are you kidding me?
Oh, me and you will not. We can't do this.
You have no idea who you're fucking with, lady. Okay, I will destroy you. Okay, know that you will have met your match.
You talk to her.
See, this is the thing is. You think me right now is me being, oh, you're so sophisticated and you're all trying so hard. Oh, no. This is the status quo. If we get into it, it goes right up there.
And I would be making fun of him so bad.
I would be making fun of him
so bad. Oh, you got this thesaurus out for this fight. Yes, he did. Look at his big thesaurus.
Nope.
And he spells thesaurus.
Not with an O, I'll tell you that.
I see the fancy tampon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me finish my motivation, Crystal. That was nice of you. The person up here is an asshole. The person above me is an asshole. So, what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my co-host,
in heaven,
such an asshole, is that we don't always realize what's being communicated. See, even now, because she can't speak English or read or write because she grew up in Oshawa and Windsor, she doesn't understand that I was giving her a compliment this whole time. and saying that I had to learn how she was receiving my messages, not just how I was sending them, which is a compliment. Instead, she took offense to it because she's illiterate and doesn't know how to do things. And that's the truth, people, is that literacy is very important even in the inner city. See what I mean? Do not fuck with me, little lady. I will tear you apart. I am vengeance himself. Crystal, that's all I gotta say. Where can they find you?
You're just making me laugh. Ow, you're a fucker. You can find me at Simply Me on YouTube. Crystal Morency, Facebook and Instagram, and Simply Me on Twitter, and Mr. Dino. Where can they find you, Mr. Laura Dino Princess?
I am a lady. No. Dino the Genetic Marvel on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I have a fan page, guys. We try and post as often as possible. I am working on some new material and possibly some new sets, so I'm going to be posting soon, hopefully. As well, we are on Morning Motivational Rant, which is available on YouTube. We have a fan page on Facebook and Instagram. We're also available on audio files on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. You guys have been great. Have a great day, and remember to be motivated and keep things going. Bye, guys.